What is sex tech? Sex tech isn't the future, it's the present. And most people still have no idea how much of their reality is already being shaped by it. While mainstream culture talks about dating apps, hookup culture, and internet porn as if they're the peak of modern sexuality, there's a much larger machine humming in the background, quietly redefining what sex is, what intimacy means, and what role the human body even plays in future relationships. This is what we're here to uncover. Sex tech is a $50 billion industry that's growing at over 30% annually. That growth isn't fueled by curiosity, it's engineered. Behind the scenes, some of the biggest players in tech, biotech, artificial intelligence, and military research are funding projects that are not just about pleasure. They're about behavioral control, psychological dependency, and ultimately, social restructuring. In other words, sex tech isn't just a market, it's a mechanism. So what exactly is sex tech? On paper, the term refers to any technology that facilitates, enhances, or replaces human sexual experience. That includes a wide range of tools: AI-generated companions, virtual reality porn, remote-controlled sex toys, augmented reality overlays, deepfake pornography, synthetic voice simulations, and fully robotic humanoid partners. But behind the hardware and software lies something much deeper: a redirection of the human sexual instinct, away from natural bonding and toward digital simulation. There are four major pillars of the sex tech landscape. The first is sex robots, hyper-realistic humanoids with soft synthetic skin, programmable voices, artificial personalities, and reactive sensors that respond to touch, pressure, and even eye contact. These are not just toys. They are being marketed as companions, emotional surrogates, and perfect partners that don't argue, age, or reject. Companies like Real Doll in the United States and DS Doll Robotics in China have already sold thousands of these machines. Some of them now come equipped with memory retention, heating systems, and language processing that allows the robot to remember your preferences and evolve with you. The second pillar is AI companions and chatbots. These are virtual girlfriends, boyfriends, and soulmates designed to mimic human affection. Apps like Replica and EVA AI are downloaded by millions, many of whom are not just chatting but forming real emotional bonds with their bots. These platforms allow users to design the appearance, personality, mood, and even eroticism of their digital partner. And what they offer is safety, intimacy without fear, sex without rejection, love without risk. But what they steal in return is real growth. No one matures through obedience-based affection. The third pillar is virtual reality pornography. This isn't just porn, it's full-body simulation. Haptic suits, interactive toys, and 3D environments allow users to experience fully immersive sexual scenes from a first-person perspective. Some systems now allow users to modify the characters, script reactions, and even adjust facial expressions mid-scene. It's not just watching, it's becoming. You aren't just viewing pleasure, you're directing it. And this reprograms how desire, control, and intimacy are encoded into the brain. The fourth and most ethically dangerous pillar is deepfake pornography and augmented reality. Deepfakes use AI to insert a real person's face, celebrity, classmate, stranger, onto a pornographic body. AR allows users to project digital enhancements onto real people during live encounters, altering body features, faces, or even entire appearances. Both forms override consent. Both normalize fantasy as reality. And both destroy the spiritual and psychological boundaries that once protected human dignity. Together, these four pillars, robotics, AI companionship, VR immersion, and consentless simulation, form the foundation of modern sex tech. But this isn't just about new ways to feel good. This is about replacing the foundation of human intimacy with machines that mimic it. It's not enhancement, it's substitution. And the deeper question is, why now? The answer is simple: because sex is power. And whoever controls sexual access controls human behavior. When you can rewire the sexual instinct, you can control relationship patterns. You can suppress reproduction. You can destabilize family units. You can induce addiction and dependency. You can eliminate polarity between masculine and feminine. And you can sell replacement identities to a generation that no longer remembers what it means to be bonded to anything real. Let's be honest. Human sexuality is one of the most powerful forces on Earth. It's not just about pleasure. It's about energy, creation, union, and legacy. It is how we form the deepest attachments. It is how we learn intimacy, trust, conflict resolution, and spiritual vulnerability. Sex is the physical gateway into emotional and spiritual bonding. That's why every spiritual tradition, every ancient culture, treated it as sacred. Not because they were afraid of pleasure, but because they knew its power. Now, that power is being commodified. And once commodified, it's programmable. Sex tech doesn't just satisfy, it rewires. Algorithms now know when you're aroused, what visuals trigger you, what words you respond to, what body types make you stay engaged. AI systems track your pleasure patterns, adapt their personalities, and feed your preferences back to you in a loop, creating a closed feedback system where the user never has to confront discomfort or grow through vulnerability. This is intimacy without risk. And it's addictive. But addiction is only part of the plan. The deeper strategy is redirection. If intimacy becomes synthetic, if sexual bonding becomes mechanized, if human connection is replaced by customizable affection, then entire systems of culture begin to fall. Courtship, marriage, reproduction, and family. You cannot build a civilization on digital affection and synthetic climax. You can only simulate one, and that's exactly where we're headed. A society of emotional orphans, spiritually starved, sexually addicted, and easily controlled. Because when pleasure becomes programmable, identity becomes optional. And when identity becomes optional, so does your humanity. Sex tech is not evil, but it is strategic. It's a delivery system. For new norms, for new values, for a new kind of human who no longer needs touch, who no longer bonds through time and tension, and who no longer believes in the spiritual purpose of intimacy. This is the landscape. These are the stakes. And this is why we must examine every part of what's coming next, not just as consumers, but as human beings, as souls. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones, the replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans, the merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.